What happens when you mix a classic genre like this with an electronic genre like this? The vibe that we're going to create today is perfect for the summer. Dub reggae and jungle are the ultimate combination because they have very compatible rhythms and sounds. Namely, the use of the dotted eighth notes in reggae as well as the rub-a-dub bass lines and pianos go perfect with amens and breakbeats. By the way, my name is Stranger. If you want to improve your music production and sound design, especially with dance music and drum and bass, this channel is for you. Comment down below and let me know what is your favorite Dubwise jungle track. Alright, so we're going to have some fun with some Dubwise jungle. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so first we need some samples. So today we're going to be digging into the sample library at Tracklib, who are the sponsor for today's video. Tracklib is an online record store for sampling with a growing catalog of over 80,000 original tracks and multi-tracks which you can sample from. And one of the coolest features of the library at Tracklib is that you can clear the samples affordably and very quickly. So if you're interested in trying Tracklib, you can sign up with my link in the description, and if you use my link, you'll receive 15 tracks from Tracklib which you can sample for free. So here's the platform for Tracklib, and it's really easy to use to find a sample or track that you want for your composition. So I use the menu on the far left here to filter for tracks, so you can browse their different collections or you can visit by genre, artist, or label. We're going to browse by genre. And since we're doing Dubwise Jungle today, we're going to go into the reggae selection here. So click on reggae. Now there's a number of filters to help you find the track you want. You could sample by subgenre. We're just going to keep it the overall reggae genre. Now track types, this is important. I actually want songs with multi-tracks because then you can split the track into individual drums, bass, and keys and whatnot. So let's look for tracks with multi-tracks. Now another cool thing is you can filter by year, which is helpful, especially if you want to find vintage records. I would probably look for 1990 or before, right? So here we have some selections and we can check out what we have here. That's a classic sound. Here's another one. So I like this. This does have that Dubwise vibe, and the track itself is called Dub School Dubwise. So this is perfect. So you can go into it and download the individual multi-tracks. As you can see, we have the bass, drums, and piano. Simply just click on the download button. I've already downloaded it earlier, so I don't need to, but that's how you download. Or if you want, you can add it into a collection. Maybe you're working on some ideas. For example, I made a collection called Reggae where I put all my reggae samples, so you can just save it in there without downloading, and so you don't have to use your credits right away. You can just save it, so when you need it, you can download it. So here are all the parts for this Dubwise track. Here's the bass. Here's the drums. And here's the piano. And they're all nice and clean recordings, so that's very helpful. All right, so let's dig for some more samples. Let's look for some breaks. So I actually have a collection called Strangest Breaks here. And actually, I made this a public collection. So if you sign up with Tracklib, feel free to use this collection. I went through pretty much the entire library at Tracklib and pretty much looked for any track with the break. And there's probably 30 or 40 different tracks here with breaks. So feel free to use this collection and sample the breaks. There's some really good ones here. That's a nice and dirty hot pants break. I've noticed this break in many old school tracks. what's cool about this is for our drum loops, you actually don't have to download the entire track. What you could actually do is you can take a loop. So on the bottom here, you can click loop, and then you can find a section that's the loop.
A can't score, just might be a night.
Some of them might not loop properly, but for some of them, for example, so this one loops perfectly, and that's super nice. So you can take it just as a loop and download only the loop, so you don't have to take the whole track and cut it up, right? So you can loop it directly. Another really cool thing is they have this beat thing here, so you can layer a beat on top. So this is probably more helpful if you're playing with maybe some of the musical samples. For example, we could go back to the reggae sample, right? Maybe we were playing the piano. You could add a beat on top, right? Just to see how it sounds with a beat, and you can find different beat loops here. So that's a pretty handy feature. It just gives you a preview of a beat so you can hear it in context, right? Super handy. And yeah, but back to the breaks here. I think I'm going to use this Apache break. So since this one didn't loop perfectly, I'll just download the entire track and then we'll just sample the part that I want. So again, I've already downloaded this, so I don't have to download it again. All right, continuing on, let's add some more loops. Here's some sounds and effects loops I found. This Eddie rubber band one is pretty good. Okay, let's download that. Finally, let's look for a reggae vocal. So I found one here. I believe this one.
Yes, there is a lot of sound in Jamaica and around the world telling people that but them is done and we check it out, them are done. When I look at bangarang thing, now I'm gonna make it. You have to take the champion sound. We don't walk things, don't creep things, we run things. Steve Knight, shock out.
So this will be a good little vocal sample right before the drop. So we're gonna pull that in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We have all our samples, so we can pull it into Ableton and start creating our track. So the first sample we're going to play with is the Apache Breakdown sample. So I took 2 bars from the track and I've pulled it into recycle here so I can slice all the little transients. I like using recycle because it can actually create a natural tail at the end of each slice, as opposed to Ableton algorithmically stretch the slice and it doesn't sound natural. So I like using it this way because the loops sound a lot more natural when you speed it up or slow it down because of that tail that is created after the end of the chop here. So it makes it sound a lot more fluid. So that's why I do it in recycle, and yeah, then save it as an RX2 and then import it into Ableton. And you can see how each slice sounds a bit smooth. It doesn't end abruptly. All right, so here's the bass loop from the multi-track Dubwise song. And I've looped, I believe, 4 bars here. And I simply place warp markers at the beginning of each note so I can line it on the grid so I can make it nice and straight for our jungle groove. And then here's the piano loop. The piano is pretty good already, so I didn't add any warp markers here. Just added a bit of reverb to those pianos. And then for a little more movement and funk with this bass, I added a filter, and I'm simply automating the low pass filter to go up and down. So I have this here going up and down. It's just nice to have a little movement in the track. And here's my Apache break that I cut up earlier in recycle. So notice if I slowed this down, Notice how smooth it sounds. Again, that's thanks to the tails that are created at the end of each slice. But we're gonna keep our track at 161 beats per minute for jungle vibes. And I'm gonna pitch this up. And let's add a bit of a high pass. I'm gonna remove the lows because we're gonna be adding some additional percussion on top. Okay, and then here's that weird percussion loop from the Eddie Bow track. Just add something funky and interesting to our beat, and I low passed it. And then here's that reggae vocal.
Yes, there is a lot of sound in Jamaica and around the world telling people that, but them is done and you check it out, them are done. When I look a bangarang thing now, gonna make it. You have to take the champion song, we don't walk things, don't creep things, we run things, are still.
And then I have this 606 drum kit. It's simply made a kind of a Dubwise kind of 4/4 kind of ska or ska beat or something like that. I'm simply using that 606 kit from Ableton. It's the 606 Excalibur kit. I like this kit because it sounds nice and crunchy. It's a simple 4/4 kick, 2, 3, 4, and then you have some funky snares here and here. Kind of adds to the jungle vibe. Let's hear it together with all the other sounds. So let me just put the okay, let's add the Apache. Let's add the weird perk loop. Okay, it's coming along. And then finally, I wanted to make this a little more jungle. So I added an Amen break, simply using an Amen break from an old sample pack by Stuck in Skynet. It's called Firestorm. So put it all together, we have this. All right, and that's pretty much it. That's all the parts for this track. And then I put it into an arrangement here. So let's hear the track in full.
Yes, there is a lot of sound in Jamaica and around the world telling people that, but them is done and you check it out, them are done. When I look a bangarang thing now, gonna make it. You have to take the champion song, we don't walk things, don't creep things, we run things, just Steve Knight. Fuck off!
All right, and we have some Dubwise Jungle. All right, hope you guys enjoyed watching me create a Dubwise Jungle track. Remember, it's handy to have vintage samples from old reggae dub records, as well as the syncopation of break beats and other percussion loops seal the deal. If you're interested in trying out Tracklib, remember you can sign up with my link down below. You'll get 15 tracks which you can sample for free. Also, follow me on Instagram and TikTok where I have additional exclusive content. If you enjoyed this video, it'd be awesome if you can like the video and subscribe to my channel. All that helps my channel grow. Alright, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, keep practicing, and I'll see you at the next video. Hey, if you want to support, you can check out my products in the link below. My rollers kit for Ableton is out now, containing 23 modular instruments and over 400 MIDI and audio patterns. Use it to spark creativity for your next track. For the most upfront sounds and bass music, you can grab my gnarly serum pack or wubs and wobbles for Vital. You can also check out my jungle and liquid Ableton production kits. Hint, if you don't have Ableton, you can grab the Wave packs. If you're not ready to buy yet, you can always check out my free products also in the link below. Anyways, always appreciate your support. Have fun creating!